The ROKiT Williams racing team is definitely one of the biggest known teams in the sport of Formula One. They've had their highs of 2014 and 15 and the lows of 2016 on to now 2019. This is a video dedicated all about the Williams racing team and when they were good and now when they are not so good. Now, personally, I am a Williams fan myself, as you could tell by the polo short. This video would not be biased, trust me. This is probably going to be the most unbiased video that you guys are ever going to see. So let's get started right off the bat. The ROKiT Williams racing team only has a single point this season. Yes, 1 point. I know. Not so good, not that good. So they have 1 point in 19 races. That point coming from the 88 of Robert Kubica back in Hockenheim, so at Germany. Just one single point. So the best finish that they got in is just 10th place this year. And I have to say, I think that they should be proud of that because the Hockenheim race was just, oh my, that was such a crazy race. It really was. Like, we just had so much happen during that race. Like, they should be so proud of that. I'm being honest with you. They really should be proud of that. So let's talk about the drivers. The number 63 of George Russell, the 2018 Formula 2 champion, and the number 88 of Robert Kubica, who is in his comeback season after being in a devastating rally crash back in 2011. And he hasn't been in the sport since. He's been a test and reserve driver for a couple teams, but this is his first season back from really being injured. And, you know, the crazy part was he was going to drive for Ferrari at one point. He ended up slipping on ice and breaking his legs. That never happened. I will be making a totally separate video about Robert, probably within this week. Probably tomorrow it's going to come out, to be honest with all of you guys. So check out for that, especially if you're a QB fan like I am. And I have to say, the fact that Williams has these two drivers that they do now is okay. You know, they have the experienced driver because Robert Kubica, he did race a lot in, I would say, the mid to late 2000s. He does have a win at Canada. And I think he is the perfect help for George Russell. But their cars are so slow. You could put Lewis Hamilton in the car, the 2019 champion in that car, and he's not gonna get a points finish every race, maybe a 12th place finish. If you're lucky, the cars are just so slow, you can't blame on the drivers, because both George Russell and Robert Kubica, they are both amazing drivers. And Russell, you could definitely see, even though he does not have a point this season, he has been outdoing Robert in both practice and qualifying. And a lot of people say, you know, that could be because Williams favors Russell. I don't think so, though. And now Robert Kubica is leading. Most likely we will have Nicholas Latifi, the Canadian, in the seat. So next season, 2020, Williams will have two, basically, well, Latifi, he will be the rookie in his freshman year. Russell, he's going to be in his sophomore year, so combined only 3 years of experience, and that's after Latifi does his full season. That'll be 1 full year. I know, that's going to be scary. Now, I don't think Williams is preparing for 2020 performance-wise. I think they're going to really attack it in 2021. Will they be a much better team in 2021? I don't think anyone knows where any team will stand in 2021. Just based on the new car itself and then the new regulations that's going out. That season is going to be crazy by itself. So right now the engine that they use is a Mercedes M10 EQ Power. And I have to say they are one of the worst running teams under a Mercedes engine in the past couple years. And the chassis that they use is a FW42 chassis. FW standing for Frank Williams, the founder of this team. Now, can I get one thing out of the way? Claire Williams, the deputy team principal. I don't get why everyone has to attack her. Everyone says it's her fault that Williams has been on this downward trend and is doing this bad because of her. I do not think so at all, because you have to remember she was the deputy team principal back when Williams was placing third in constructors and then in fifth back in 2015-16. It's really not her fault. I just think it's a team that's just struggling right now, kind of like Hendrick Motorsports of 2018, trying to get back on their feet, a once powerful team, not that powerful anymore. I really do think if they were to hold on to 2021, they could definitely do such an amazing job, maybe surprise everyone and do a great job in 2020. Now, last season, this season, which is still going on, they have scored a total of 8 points, which is absolutely disgusting. Right now, they are 10th place in the constructors' standings. Now, they could technically get 9th mathematically, as the Haas team only has 27 to 28 points. I think it's 28. Technically, they still can. I cannot picture that. Basically, it's safe to say that they're gonna get a nice solid last place in the team standings, but who knows? Something catastrophic could happen to the 9 other teams and 18 other drivers, and Kubica could finish 1-2. That would be kind of cool, And Williams, like I said at the beginning of the video, they have not always been bad. Their Grand Prix history has been this. Out of 729 races entered, they have started 725 of them. They have 9 Constructors' Championships and 7 Drivers' Championships. The last of both of those championships came in 1997. They have 114 race victories, which is very, very good. And they have 128 poles, which is very good too. So it's not like they've been bad for a while. I don't think no team can always stay bad. I think they just haven't been able to keep up with all the new things coming out, and their budget plays a ton. It really does. The Williams budget, it is down there a lot. It's compared to the Ferrari budget this year and the Mercedes budget, that is almost triple, quadruple the times of the amount that Williams has. So budget definitely plays into the fact of developing the Formula 1 car. And, there's nothing that they could do about that, really, I guess. Because Formula 1 is definitely a costly sport, because you're traveling around the world. Unlike NASCAR and a lot of other racing series, it's not just based in the United States and sometimes a race or two in Canada. Formula 1 is literally all around the world. You could, the first race is in Australia, the last race is in Abu Dhabi. They literally race everywhere. And I love that about the sport. I really do love that. The most successful they've been is with a Renault engine, where they won 5 out of their 9 Constructors' Championships. So they go back to Renault engines? Yes. Yes, they should. I know that they have a deal with Mercedes, but they gotta do something good. They've been under Mercedes for a while now, and that hasn't really helped them that much. I think right when they get the chance, they gotta swap out, go back to Renault, who's having such a better season than them. I really think Nico Hülkenberg, I really wish that he was staying with the team. And that's another thing. Now, I know I said earlier that Nicholas Latifi is probably going to get the seat, but Hülkenberg is looking for the race. I'm sorry, Hülkenberg. He's looking for a seat. So would they go with the definitely experienced veteran to help the young George Russell? Or will they go with the newbie Latifi? Now, another thing with Nico Hülkenberg and George Russell, that would just be such a great matchup, because that would help Williams a lot. The only bad thing about that is Nico is definitely going to want the paycheck 100%. He's definitely going to want a big paycheck, and Williams just doesn't have the money. It's not that they won't pay him, they just don't have the money to pay him, and that's the only bad thing. Now, personally, I think everyone knows this. Wabo Kubica, he would have stayed with Williams for the next season, but time is kind of running out, you know? And there's talk about him becoming a developer or reserve driver for Haas. That would be really cool if he does. I think he left just because, you know, he's wasting his time in Williams. You know, George Russell, this is still currently his first season. Like I said, the season's not over. You know, he has his whole career ahead of him to go to any team. You know, Kubica, he is up there in age. He's not old per se, but he's old. He's getting older for the sport. Now, right now, he is technically in his prime. But I think this team's... Now, first of all, there aren't really that many seats to fill this year. Most of the drivers have been confirmed. And then 2020, 2021, that's when he has to. But I do think, I was saying a couple seconds ago, I think most teams are kind of afraid to take him on as a driver right now, as taking one of the two seats, because he just been out of the sport that much. I think if he gets a deal with Haas, which I will update y'all if he does or wherever he goes, I think that probably in 2021 he will definitely be back in the seat as a full-time driver. Maybe he may go to F2 or F3 series. Who knows? Supposedly, I hope he doesn't. He stays in Formula 1 as long as possible, but I think if he definitely drops down to F3, then that would definitely show people, like, if he still has it or not. And I know Formula 3 is 100% different, especially on pit stops, 100% different than F1, but who knows what he'll do. Williams, I think it's going to be a little while until they get back up. I feel like around 2022, 2023, there would be a championship contending team again. Comment what you think down below. Thank you guys for watching this video. I know that this is definitely one of my longer videos, definitely. Most of the videos I do, they're usually around 4 minutes long, and then the really long ones are around a half hour when I'm doing a talk. So I thank you guys for sticking around with me. Thank you once again for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and turn on notifications bell on to be the number one comment. I'm signing out. Peace.